Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Paraprofessional Professional Learning Screencast that will help develop your technical skills around some important School District of Philadelphia systems that are related to technology. These systems are critical to your role as a paraprofessional. We'll be going over your employee portal, PowerSchool, which is our new learning management system that you will use to register for sessions, Google Suite, Gmail, and Google Drive. Our district has a lot of systems for employees to learn, and we won't be able to cover them all today. Our focus in this session is to provide you an overview as well as opportunities to learn and access how to use our important district systems and technology for your professional responsibilities. This will help you navigate tasks relevant to your role as a paraprofessional for the school year. There will be a lot of information coming at you during this session, and no one expects you to remember every single thing. Hopefully, you'll use this as an opportunity to become familiar with some of our district systems and their purpose, as well as have an idea of where you can go for support and resources. Our agenda is as follows. We'll engage in a pre-assessment prior to learning the different sections of the session. We'll then get an opportunity to understand our employee portal, PowerSchool, Gmail, Google Drive, and Google Classroom, and then we'll engage in a post-assessment. At this point in time, you're going to take about 5 minutes to complete the pre-assessment before we begin our learning. This will help you gauge how much you know before starting the webinar. You can use the tiny URL link and put it in the search bar to find tinyurl.com/parapre-assessment, or you can use the QR code. Take out your phone, open up a picture. That will take you straight to the QR code and the Google form. Take about 5 minutes to fill out the pre-assessment. Thank you for engaging in our technology skills pre-assessment. We are now going to start our session. We're going to begin by going through the Phila SD employee portal, or colloquially known as Hollywood Squares. Your Hollywood Squares are where you can access many of the important systems that we will be going through today. This is your one-stop shop for all things School District of Philadelphia. If you ever get lost throughout the session, it is helpful to go back to your Hollywood Squares to find and access what you are looking for. The nickname for the employee portal comes from a game show that was aired in the United States starting in the 1960s, with a revival in the early 2000s. The titles on the employee portal look a bit like the squares you just saw here. There are a number of systems you'll need to access every day, many of which require that you log into the district's employee portal. The first step is to access the school district's website at philasd.org. Once you're on the site, you'll select Login from the menu. On the login page, you'll be asked for a username and password. Your username is the first part of your district's email address, everything except at philasd.org. Your password is the same one you'll use to access your email. Every 6 months, you will be prompted to create a new password for your district accounts. If you don't have your district email yet, the login page also has a link to set up your account. Your onboarding process must be complete in order to create your login. Once you've successfully logged in, you will see a page that looks like this. This is the employee portal. At the top right, you'll see your username. Remember, that's the first part of your email address. At the top center is your first and last name as they appear on your school district records, and your employee ID number, or EIN. Your EIN is also on your school district ID badge. We typically use only the portion after the dash without all the zeros at the front. It's helpful to know this number as it's used for lots of things, like signing in and out of professional development sessions. Each tile on the employee portal launches a different application, and the tiles available to each person are based on their role. From this page, you can access tools like Google Classroom, Calendar, Mail, and Drive. You can put in a ticket for IT help, access your pay statements, and many other applications needed to perform daily tasks. We highlighted some important tiles that you will get accustomed to during the screencast. This is PowerSchool, our PD management system, Google Mail, Google Drive, and Google Classroom. We're going to pause for a moment so that you can access your employee portal or set up your username and password. Please note, if you haven't completed all parts of employee onboarding, you may not be able to get a login yet. However, most or all of you should have already done that. Once you're able to access your employee portal, take a moment to start becoming familiar with the tiles. Please note that your access to some applications is based on your employee role. There may be tiles that appear on your employee portal even though you don't have full access. We hope you had some time to become familiar with the tiles on your employee portal and also log into the district system. We are now going to go through PowerSchool, our learning management system. It's important to understand how to find and also register for professional development in order to grow your practice, as well as earn your required 20 hours as a paraprofessional. We're going to go over how to do this in our new learning management system, PowerSchool. In your Hollywood Squares, you have access to the performance and PD platform called PowerSchool, which looks like this. PowerSchool is how you'll find and register for PD events. It's also where you'll complete any required asynchronous training and view a transcript of PD hours you've completed. PowerSchool is a new platform for our district this year, so we'll all be learning how to use it together. The first thing you'll need for PowerSchool is to register for professional development sessions. You'll do this before each district-wide professional development session. It is important to register for a session. If you don't register for a session, you won't be able to participate in it and you won't receive credit for completing it. Since this is the first thing you'll do in PowerSchool, we're going to watch a short video that shows the process in action. Once you start exploring PowerSchool, you'll find that there's almost always more than one way to find things. Today, we focused on registering for professional development sessions because you'll need to do that during each district-wide professional development day. Our most important tip is to be sure you see the green banner with the confirmation message so you know you're registered. An example is on the screen. We'll provide a link to the PowerSchool help page. This is your first stop if you're having trouble navigating PowerSchool. Here you can find short screencasts and step-by-step directions that show you how to do specific actions in PowerSchool. You can also email powerschoolhelp@philasd.org. That email address is actively monitored every day. Here is a screenshot from the PowerSchool help page. For each task you need to do, there are step-by-step directions and a short video tutorial. The video we watched a moment ago is also linked on this page. Remember, this application is new for everyone. The steppers will be useful if your colleagues aren't sure how to answer any questions you have. You can find this on www.philasd.org/teachingandlearning/PowerSchool. At this point in time, visit the PowerSchool help page to see what steppers and videos are available. Go to PowerSchool and explore how to locate professional development events using the Courses tab on the homepage. Take about 3 minutes to do this. We hope you use that opportunity to explore the PowerSchool help page as well as explore PowerSchool itself and locate some of the professional development events using the Courses tab. Next up, we'll be talking about Google Tools and some of the resources from the Office of Educational Technology. These are important tools for your role as a paraprofessional. Our district uses Google for communication, collaboration, and file management. From Hollywood Squares, you have direct access to these 3 Google applications for teamwork and organization. Many of you may already be familiar with Google Tools, but it's okay if some or all of these are new to you. We will be going through each of these 3 tools. Recommended that you use your Hollywood Squares to sign into your Google account. What that means is make sure you go to philasd.org, ensure you're logged in, and identify the Gmail icon in order to log into your Google account. This will ensure that you are in the correct account and not your personal or another account. We highlighted this important tile because you will get accustomed to it during the screencast. The first tool we're going to look at, like we said previously, was Google Mail. In your Hollywood Squares, you should see this Google Mail icon that looks like this. After you click on it, you should see an inbox pop up that looks like the image on the right-hand side of the screen. Gmail can be used for checking and reading emails, replying to emails, and forwarding emails. For this session, we are primarily going to focus on reading and replying to an email. Step 1 to reading and responding to an email is clicking on the email you would like to reply to. Let's say we are clicking on this first email up top by Elena Casarosa that's titled, "Let's Have Dinner on Sunday." Step 2, the email will then open in the same window. You should see an email pop up just like this. Step 3, you will click reply by using the arrow on the top right hand side of the screen that is now circled orange. Step 4, before we go to step 4, we're actually going to go through 2 different options for replying to senders. Option 1 is replying to an individual sender. Much of the time, you'll be replying to an email someone else sends you instead of composing a new message. When you reply, the recipient's email address will automatically appear in the to field, so you won't need to worry about choosing the recipient. However, sometimes you'll receive emails where you're not the only recipient, and you'll need to decide whether you want to reply just to the person who sent the message or reply to all, the sender and all recipients. For example, if you're collaborating with a group of people via email, you'll probably want to use the reply to all option so everyone gets the message. However, if you want to send a more private message to the sender, you'll need to select the reply option so the message just stays between the two of you. You can see option 2, reply to all, on the right-hand side of the screen, and option 1, reply to individual sender, on the left-hand side of the screen. Now, finally, going on to step 4, type your message in the body field and then click send. The send button is in a blue box with white lettering that says send. To see the text of the original email while you're replying, click the gray button in the lower left corner of the window right above the send button. Let's now take this opportunity to actually practice. Go to an email in your inbox and practice replying. Make sure you don't actually click the send button unless you want the person or people to receive your email. Let's do this for about 3 minutes. Thank you for taking that time to practice replying to an email. Next, we are going to go through Google Drive, particularly Google Folders and Google Documents. Looking at Google Drive, this is the icon that you should see in your Hollywood Squares or your employee portal. Google Drive is used for organizing and collaborating on documents and folders. It also allows you to create and access Google Documents. The Google Home tab is your personal landing page with recently opened files from potentially many different drives, depending on what you've been working with. You can search either files or by folder and by the type of document you are looking for, in addition to by the person who owns the file or folder and last time it was modified, in addition to the location of the file. You can also view your drive via a grid or list layout. You can also type in the name of a file and search for that file, where it says Search in Drive. While you are attempting to access Google Drive, please make sure you are signed in with your School District of Philadelphia credentials. My Drive is the main directory from which you can access all your own drives. You can search the same way as on the homepage by file type, person who owns a file, and also file last modified. You can also search using the Search in Drive toolbar, and also view your files, again, in list or grid view. This screen demonstrates the Shared with Me view of your Google Drive. Here you will find files that other people have shared with you, which can include documents, spreadsheets, and other files. If you have not saved these documents to your drive, you may need to search for certain files under this tab. Again, you can use the Search in Drive feature in order to find a file that you are looking for. You can also search using file type, people, or modified. As you can see, this search for files is very similar to your search files under My Drive and the Home tab. Finally, you can do List View or Grid View again. Here we have the shared drives. This is a space where all members of the shared drive see the same content, so you don't have to spend time addressing sharing requests. Files and folders in My Drive are owned by an individual, whereas files/folders in shared drives are actually owned by a group or a team. This is not a common drive for many folks. However, certain programs and classrooms may use a shared drive to organize classroom or student documents. You can search for the shared drive you are looking for by typing its name in the search field titled Shared Drive Name. Your shared drives are also displayed for easy access when you click on the Shared Drive tab. We are now, again, going to take a couple minutes to practice navigating your Google Drive. Go to your Hollywood Squares and click on the Drive tab. From there, you will see the home page. Practice going on each of the links we discussed, including the home page, My Drive, Shared with Me, and Shared Drives. If you do not have any files under these tabs, that is totally fine. The important thing is to become familiar with each of the different tabs. Let's take 3 minutes to practice this. Thank you for using that time to explore the different tabs on Google Drive. We have taken some time to review how to find files within the various areas of Google Drive. Now let's take a look at how to create a new file. Start by clicking on the tab titled New. Then you can select either a new folder, if that's what you need to create, or select the right arrow next to Google Docs and select a blank document. These files that you create will then be saved automatically to your drive. Let's do the same thing and practice actually creating a blank document using Google Docs. Go ahead and put your name and today's date on the document. You can then name the document Test Document with today's date. Take 3 minutes to create this document. Thank you for practicing creating a Google document and also titling that Google document. Next, we are going to go through Google Classroom, including Stream, Classwork, and People. Google Classroom can be accessed from either your Hollywood Squares or in your Google Workspace. You can access from the Google Apps icon, which you can see with the square with dots, and you will also see the Google Classroom icon. Click on that to access the Google Classroom you want to view. Most of your participation in a Google Classroom is for resource share and staff collaboration. There are several classrooms offered from the Office of Special Education and Diverse Learners among teacher-specific classrooms that you may need to join to support your assigned student. There are 3 areas for Google Classroom: Stream, Classwork, and People. Stream, this is like a feed similar to what you would find on social media platforms. Classwork, this is where you will find information about work being set and any other attachments. People, this is where you can see who else has joined the classroom. Here we are looking at the Google Classroom stream. This is where announcements are posted. You, as a quote student of the classroom, can also post general questions and comments on the stream. However, please keep in mind that everyone enrolled in the classroom will be able to view your comments, so make sure to note that when posting. The stream also indicates when classroom and other resources are posted by the classroom teacher or owner. The classroom section, or classwork section, is where you will find resources and other information as posted by the classroom owner or teacher. Once you are a member of the classroom, you will have access to all materials posted on the classroom under your Google Drive. Keep in mind that when sharing files, as all members of the classroom will have access to anything that you share. If you have a question, comment, or need that is more personal in nature, you may want to directly email the class teacher/owner and ask your question. You can do this by clicking on the 3 dots where the arrow is pointing. And you can also email other students/staff who are a part of the Google Classroom. Outlined here are the instructions to email the teacher/owner of the Google Classroom or to email a student/staff in the Google Classroom. With that, we have finally completed our technology skills session. Thank you so much for engaging in this session. Your final task will be to fill out this post-assessment link. This will gauge what you have learned and gained from this session. Again, you can type in the tiny URL into your web browser in order to access the post-assessment, or you can use the QR code using your phone. Take about 5 minutes to fill out the post-assessment. Thank you for participating in the Paraprofessional Professional Learning Technology Skills Screencast. Goodbye.